Hey guys, welcome back. So this is going to be an introduction video on how to automate tasks with ChatGPT and make.com. So you'll need a make account for this, but they got a really good free tier. And then I think the first tier is like $10 or something. And then you get 10,000 actions for that $10 a month. So first things first, I'll just talk through ChatGPT and setting it up. When you make your first scenario, you're going to come over here, type in OpenAI, and then you're going to have all these different options, which you can go through and have a look. And in some future videos, I'll talk about all these other options a bit more. But for 90% of what you're going to be doing, you're going to be using this chat completions module here. So you're going to click on that. And then if you're not connected already, you want to click add. From there, you can name your connection and then add your API key. So if you don't know where to find your API key, you come over to openai.com, not ChatGPT, and then you're going to come over to dashboard, come down to API keys, and then you can create a key here and add that in. Then once you've done that and you're connected, you'll see here you have all these different models. I recommend doing ChatGPT 4.0 or 4.0 mini. And the reason I say that is because these are the best, cheapest models. So you can use 3.5 and other things like that for less complicated tasks than other more recent models like O1 and O3, except they're going to be a lot more expensive. And if you're wondering how much these are going to cost, if you come back to OpenAI, over the docs, and down to pricing, and you can see here they got the new GPT 4.5 preview. It's 75, 37.5, 150, and that's per million tokens. But then if you come down and have a look at, let's say, 4.0 mini, you got 15 cents, 75, so $1.50 for a million tokens. And your average spend for a request is probably going to be between 200 and 800 tokens on average. So as you see, pretty cheap. I think where's 4.0? 4.0. A little bit more expensive, a little slower, but it just thinks through its answers a little bit more. So there's definitely use cases where you'd want to use that one over mini. But for this demo, I thought I'd create a little Google Sheets, and in this Google Sheets, I got 3 articles. So I got one on OpenAI, one on Claude, and one on Perplexity. And these are the top 3 AI applications I use. Claude, really good for any writing or copywriting type tasks. Perplexity is good for research. And then OpenAI is just the stock standard. But what I want to do with this is I've got these 2 other columns here. I've got summary and LinkedIn post. So what we're going to do is we're going to generate a summary of each article and also a LinkedIn post. And I'm just going to quickly go through that and show you guys how easy it is. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this. And we're going to want to add a Google Sheets to start off. I'm going to come down and I'm going to go search rows. Add sheet name. Headers, and I'm not going to do any filters because I just want to pull back all of them. Save. And I'm going to run this module once. So as you can see, I've got my 3 articles in here: OpenAI, Claude, and Perplexity further down behind my head. And now from here, we're going to go OpenAI, create completions, choose our model. So I'm going to stick with 4.0 mini. Now, when we add messages, you're going to have 3 different options: user, assistant, and system/developer. User is just going to be your input that or the information or message you're providing to ChatGPT. Assistant is what I would say a dynamic prompt, and system I would say is the default prompt. So assistant and system, they can be swapped out or interchanged. Like, don't stress about which one to use, but I think the best way to look at it is system is things in the prompt that do not change, and then assistant, maybe you want to dynamically update something. So let's say for this example, we're doing LinkedIn posts. Maybe you have multiple different sort of structures that you use to create slightly different LinkedIn posts. and maybe you're providing the structure in Assistant. System prompt is create a LinkedIn post with, you know, ABC instructions, and then Assistant might be use this structure, and then you can dynamically swap out that structure in the Assistant. But this is meant to be a super quick and simple tutorial, so don't worry about it too much. You can use either of these. They're both pretty much the same. But we're going to go use a message here, and then for this one, we're going to add in our article. So actually, just make it look tidy for you guys. Title, content. So title, article, come down. I'm going to go system, and I've got a little prompt I just created here to write summaries. Now, this is nothing crazy. This is just something I got Claude to write me up. Transform the article I provide into a single comprehensive paragraph summary following these guidelines, and a few little things there. So we're going to go save that. Now we're going to do another OpenAI step. And I kind of wanted to do it this way just to show you guys that you can do multiple of these in a row. But if you are doing multiple of these, I just want to point out, when you start building some longer workflows and you're getting confused between all these, you just want to make a note of these little numbers down here. So this is OpenAI 11, that one's OpenAI 12, Google Sheets 10, and in this one, I'm going to set this up the same way, except I'm going to have a LinkedIn prompt. Add user. And let's do title, summary, content, and for this one, we're just going to go ChatGPT result from the last module, which, as you can see here, 11 and 11. Now with this, you also have a bunch of other advanced settings down here, which I won't go into too much detail with, but as you can see, max tokens, temperature, this is important. So this is the level of randomness that you're giving ChatGPT. So I think they've made this so it goes up to 2 now, but generally you want to keep it at 0.5 or under. And so the lower it is, the more closely it's going to follow your instructions. The higher you make it, the more random it's going to be. So now, I wouldn't say put it all the way down to 1 or 2 unless you need something super specific, because you still want to give it that little bit of flexibility and creativity. And then we won't go into all this stuff. All right, and now to finish it off, we're going to go back to our Google Sheets, and we're going to go update row. Add your sheet name, example, row number. So if you click on here, come back down to the Google Sheets, and you can go row number, and that's just going to always match up with the text that you pulled out from it. I would even recommend, if you are doing these Google Sheets, to even just have an ID column, because, or whenever you're doing these sheets, it's always good just to have an ID column to make life a bit easier. So summary, we're going to go, as remember, 11 summary, 12 is article. So then we come down here, 11 summary, 12 article, and save. So now I'm going to save that there. And usually what you'll do is, if you're doing one of these, is you can watch for new rows, and then this will automatically trigger whenever you want. Or like down here, you can choose it to go every 15 minutes, once a day, on demand, however you want to do that. But this is just a demo, so we'll leave that off for now, and let's just run this. So just took a few seconds to run there, but as you can see, if I come in here, you can see, information has come in here, summarization outputs, operation 1, operation 2, OpenAI, Claude, so on, so on. And then here, same thing with articles. Let's go result, or writing title summary. Oh, that's just input. Hang on a minute. Choice, usage. Then let's just have a look at this. All right, let's just have a look at our sheets. Title, summary, content. Uh-oh, I've done something wrong. So as you can see here, summaries worked. Investment. Minute. Sorry guys, bit of amateur hour. I didn't actually put my prompt in here, I don't think. Oh, I've jumped the gun. Apologies guys, I'll just come back. All right, so this is why you don't rush through videos and skip steps. So this is nothing special. I want you to convert an article I provide into engaging LinkedIn post. Follow these guidelines. And now I have a bunch of rules. Create a single post between 150 to 300 words, tone, style, and I think there's a few examples in there somewhere. Let's go save. And I think it'll overwrite these if I run it again anyway, but I may as well just get rid of them just in case. And run. All right, and we come back to our LinkedIn post, result, and that looks a bit more like a post. Let's have a look at our sheets. And there we go, we got a summary, LinkedIn post, image. So it could be tidy up. So you've got these other little ideas down here, but you can set up a bunch of other automations where you can get these things to write you basically all your posts, or even just come up with ideas and save them to a Sheets or Airtable or whatever you're using. But this was meant to be a quick little introduction to show you how you can really quickly automate tasks and processes using make.com and OpenAI. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, help us out. And in the following video, I'll go through a bit of prompting, and this is going to be the first video of a series where I show you how to automate a whole bunch of different tasks and try to make it a bit practical for you guys along the way. But as I was saying, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.